What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? We're about to start our intro for TikTok. You guys get to see the before show. All right, we're about to start it. Let's go live on TikTok. Okay, all right. Let's get this intro started.
Out here in the fire pit burning bright, Blaze got the mic spitting truth to the night. Smokehouse slides in heavy like a freight train. Rock dropping bombs making waves like propane. The fire pit blazing hotter than the sun. Politics in motion, yeah, the show's just begun. From TikTok screens to every house in town, Blaze, Smokehouse, and Pear Rock laying it down. They say the country split like open ground. Voices go unheard till the truth is found. Blaze calls the shot, Smokehouse holds the line. Barack sparks the matches where the flames align. The fire pit glowing, casting shadows of lies. Truth up in the smoke, tearing masks from the skies. TikTok live where the real ones ignite. Run your mouth wrong and get lost in the light. Fire pit blowing, casting shadows on lies. Truth up in the smoke, tearing masks from the skies. TikTok live where the real ones ignite. Run your mouth wrong and get lost in the light. Keyboard warriors lurking, eyes full of fear. Blaze cuts through the smoke, makes it all crystal clear. Smokehouse with the hammer, dropping words like nails. Pear Rock preaching fire to fill liberty sails. The fire pit blazing hotter than the sun. Politics in motion, yeah, the show's just begun. From TikTok screens to every house in town, Blaze, Smokehouse, and Pear Rock laying it down.
What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good one so far. We got a decent little show planned for you guys. So let's get it going. Let's get this multi-guest going. I'm gonna go ahead and invite Joe P. Rock and get it started. Let's see what's a good spot here. That's a good spot. Oh my God, you are loud. Holy shit. I've got to fix that. How are you doing, man? I'm okay. I'm ready. I'm having some technical issues here, but other than that. All right. So everybody, we're going to let everybody fill up the room here. Make sure everything's working. Make sure. Well, tonight we're talking about Elizabeth Warren and Pocahontas. That's right. And the fact that she needs to be investigated. And we're not live on YouTube. No, we're not. Okay. All right. It is what it is. We will. You think they should be investigated? Let's see. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're talking about Schumer, Schiff, Pelosi, and Pocahontas. They should all be investigated specifically for money laundering. And money laundering actually comes in different forms. So, like, you've got the stock market insider trading, which is Pelosi. And then you've got, like, China deals, which is Warren. You got Schumer, Schumer did all kinds of screwed up stuff. Yeah, big pharma. That's right. And then pointing the finger at everybody else whenever it gets found out that they're the ones that are giving kickbacks to everybody. I'm gonna have to mute you, Greg, because your mic has got some wild stuff going on there. Oh, okay. You've got it mounted where your hands free or whatever. Okay. All right. I just have to ask that question. No, that's okay. That's all right. Um. Oh, okay. I am live on YouTube. It just said that I wasn't for some reason. All right. Um. That's good to know. All right. Well, then I can stay focused on the topic in hand. I don't have to worry about looking away. Okay. So all of you new viewers, I don't know how many of you know about Pelosi, about Schiff. And Schiff, the reason Schiff is up here is because the Russian collusion investigation, and he straight up lied to Congress multiple times. Um, the in the, right, exactly, and I feel like a lot of them could be hit with a treason charge. AOC, you know, um, Pocahontas, Ian Omar. I don't know if you guys know about her, but right, exactly. So you know, that's better. That's better, right? That way you guys can actually see me. It's one on one. That's better. Go ahead and turn this up. And sorry for everybody. I know this is a lot slower of a show here. The ball has not gotten rolling yet, but that's okay. We're just waiting on old Smokehouse to get to his house. But oh geez. Oh God. All right. Yeah. Sorry, Greg. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I don't know if that'll work. You might have to just listen today because that's an awful sound. I thought you was gonna be home like soon, but don't worry about it. It's all good. If you want to hop in here, just mute your mic after. Um, there we go. It's starting to fill out a little bit. Um, I don't know how many people actually agree with this. I would assume most. Most. Right.
Thousand a year and come out a multi-millionaire. Explain that to me. I don't understand. It does not add up.
Right. Right. And nobody investigates, no constituents, nobody that makes like the same amount of money as them. They're like, wait a minute, I don't have that kind of money saved up. Where'd you get that from?
Exactly.
And
Look
nobody.
at San Fernando. I mean, insider trading. They put, what was her name? What was the name of that woman that they put in jail for insider trading?
No, I don't remember her name. For some reason, I don't remember that at all.
Martha Stewart?
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
one that was friends with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I think that was Martha Stewart. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they were on her radar for a bunch of stuff that they let go all the
And
time.
here's the kicker about all this is that they're all Democrat, okay? And they're
Right.
the ones that scream and tell the other, their followers, their sheeple, how evil the Republicans are. They're for the rich. We're for the poor. In the meantime, all they're doing is pocketing their own damn pockets.
Right.
Democrats for the poor and Republicans for the rich went out 50, 60 years ago.
Yep. And then they'll point the finger and say, no, they want to cut Medicaid and Medicare and then give it to a bunch of billionaires because they don't actually care about you.
Exactly. I've been listening to that BS for
what?
My entire life. Every election, it's always, they're going to do away with Medicaid. They're going to do away with Medicare. They're going to take away your Social Security. You watch.
Yeah.
Every election cycle, they say the same damn BS. And their followers believe it.
Yep.
Sheeple.
You let them know. You let them know, P-Rock. You
I sure will.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can turn you down on the stream end. Yeah, that should be better.
Is that better?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This show's a little. I feel like this is gonna be more of a laid back, us just chatting kind of show.
Oh yeah.
because we don't have. Yeah, no, this ain't. This show is not doing very hot.
Yeah. You want to unmute old Smokehouse there? Let
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Well, he can unmute himself.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he probably can't reach the phone.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
There you go.
Sorry, it's so noisy.
That's
don't worry
okay.
about
We don't have we have such a crowd tonight, Smokehouse. You're disappointing them all.
Yeah, they ought to be investigated, But we've got that judge that told Trump to fly all the immigrants back.
That was
Right.
the biggest flip off I've seen in my entire life. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry, can't do it. You're already over international waters.
Right. And then the thing where the judge told him he had to put the money back on the cards, and he was like, "Okay, cool," and put
$1.
a dollar. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
But no, that federal judge you can see right there, all they want to do is support the criminals. That's it. They don't give two shits about the American people.
No, none of them do, and then they'll say that the other aisle doesn't care about the American people, and it's like, dude, you've had how long? You've been in office. You yourself have been in office for how long, and you haven't done anything about it. And you want to campaign on how bad the other person is. Yeah.
Well, federal judges they're appointed, so they got pretty much a job for life. Is that correct?
Depends. I mean, like, obviously presidents have term limits, right? But depends on what part of Congress you get voted into, or like if Speaker of the House, okay, Nancy Pelosi, she was in there for what? I don't remember how long she was in there,
Speaker
but
of the House, they get voted in by their party. If the party has the
majority,
then they vote in a Speaker of the House.
Gotcha. Let's see. Let's talk about veteran policies. Trump has none. What do you mean veteran policies? If we're talking about veteran policies, I mean, you could say that the money that he's taking from USAID, and Medicare cuts would eventually make their way to veterans, and I think that they should.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if we're talking specifically about like homeless veterans, name one policy Trump has. Well, I'm not saying he has it right now. I'm just saying, like, okay, people will say, if we didn't spend this money on the California high-speed rail, then we'd have this money for homelessness. We'd have this money for homelessness. Well, California has spent, I believe the number's over $100 billion in homelessness over the last 20 years, and it's only gotten worse year after year. The number's only increased every year. And so it's not necessarily even a money problem. It's kind of like you say what word did you use? A policy. It's kind of like a policy problem, like you said, but it's kind of a hard task because, I mean, what do you do to fix it? You can't throw money at the situation. We see that doesn't work. And a lot of
muskrat in the election.
Well, what I was gonna say is a lot of these people they want help, but they're not going to seek it and they're not going to accept it, right? Like, a lot of homeless veterans have access to help, but it's because, I mean, you got to think these people are mentally scarred, they go through a lot of stuff. So sometimes they're just not thinking straight and they're not going to accept help that's there. And that's a whole nother problem. Like, how do you fix that? You know what I mean? And we closed mental institutions, they don't exist anymore. So unless you break the law, there's really no way of helping a person who has a mental condition like that other than, giving them money, giving them food, and then walking away and then hoping that they're going to be okay for the next week. You know what I mean? And it's sad. But Howling Sarge, you're our first guest for tonight. How you doing?
Doing well, and you?
Good. Can't complain. Do you agree with this prompt or do you disagree? Well, that's kind of a broad question. Do you think investigating these individuals would be good or would be a waste of time?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It seems for the last 8-10 years, every investigation has cost us $20 to $40 million, and it resulted in no action being taken. So it's all a big scam to me.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. If you could get a little bit closer to your phone or mic, whatever you're using.
I said, in my opinion, over the last 10 years, there's been all kinds of investigations on people just like this with no outcome and no action taken that cost
Right.
us millions of dollars. So to even attempt to investigate them is kind of ridiculous to me. It's not going to happen.
Okay. So should it be ignored? I mean, would you agree that money laundering and insider trading has occurred with some of these individuals?
I absolutely agree that it's a fact. It has happened.
Okay. Well, so what do you think? Should we just forgive it because we know that money's going to be wasted on an investigation? Should we go the Gitmo route? I mean, it's whatever you think. Just curious to hear your thoughts on that. What is the solution to the problem with these individuals?
No, I think there needs to be absolute investigations, but there has to be action taken. You can't just be doing the smoke and mirrors thing. I believe that a lot of people in Congress and in the Senate are afraid to investigate these people because all roads lead home.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I feel like I hate to say this. I feel like the Epstein list might have a little bit to do with what you just said. The fact that it's been delayed, maybe it hits a little too close to home for some
100%
people.
I believe that.
Um,
Well, I
Well-
told you my opinion on that. I'm telling you, the list is gone. It's been destroyed a long time ago.
Well, here's one of the things I think about too is Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted, and in order for her to be convicted for what she was convicted for, there had to be those partaking in that process. So by proxy, some of these people have to have already been prosecuted during her hearing, or they had no evidence to use against her to prosecute her for what they say she did.
right.
Now, if you're not going to, they're saying right now that they don't want to bring a lot of these people out because the young ladies would have to testify and they would be dragged back through the whole trauma. And I understand that. You can still charge these people, let them be known. Whether they get prosecuted or not in the long run doesn't matter really. Get them out there and let us know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's such a hard thing to even have to think about because, dude, you're putting your name out there. At the moment, you're doing the world a favor by putting your name out there and sharing your story, but then you're basically, the rest of your life will never be the same.
Absolutely. I don't advocate
You know?
any victim name at all.
Worship.
My point is they prosecuted Miss Maxwell for doing this. Okay, who was she doing it with? They had to be part of that process. You can't sell drugs unless you got a buyer.
Rugs. But yes. Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Dirty hands, worshiping a politician. What do you mean by that? We're worshiping politicians or people worship politicians? I just wanted to ask that. But yeah. So, in that case, man, I don't even know where we go from there because that opens up Pandora's box on so many things. Like, yeah,
My question is, like you were saying that Ghislaine Maxwell, they don't want to bring the girls into the situation, but could they do affidavits without them appearing?
They should already have that on the court records where they prosecuted Maxwell.
right.
Oh.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
the thing is, they could release the testimony anonymously, but then it lacks credibility, unfortunately. Like when you have a name attached to a story and a person can be held responsible for the words that they say, it holds more weight, unfortunately. And that's like the hard part. It's like, how do you ask somebody who went through something like that, hey, expose yourself to the world so that way they feel they know about the story. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing. Like it would be for the good of the world, but the person is putting themselves out there for sure. But anyway, back to back to these politicians instead of Epstein. So what can be done? Because even the current Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has already spoken to the fact that corruption in the federal government is known. It's widely known and accepted. Nobody just does anything about it. and recently with the Doge team finding the money that they found with laundering, and then the USAID, all that stuff. Um, it kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen next, because all right, you found all these things and all these people have been committing fraud, and okay, I don't know if you guys heard about the pardons that Trump got rid of, all of Biden's pardons that he issued at the very end. He said
The electric pen, yeah.
yeah, he said they're not good because they weren't actually signed by Biden. It was a BS signature and it was forged. So
And the thing about it is they don't really know who. How can I put this? Used the signature. Let's go that route. It was an electronic signature. You know, he signed one time and
right.
just press the button and it goes anywhere it wants to go. They want it to go, but who actually did the button pushing? Let's go that route.
Hey, I was an elected official for 8 years, and I had an audit, and I got gigged on my audit because I used a signature stamp,
Oh,
Wow.
and they hammered me over a signature stamp. It had to be my signature when they did
That's
my.
that's crazy.
So then this electronic signature, if they're giving you hell about it,
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
exactly.
Jay Woody, I feel like you should come up here, bro, if you got something you want to throw at the panel here. But what's
Well,
up?
I tell you what. Let me throw this in real quick, then I'll go back to mute. But that auto pen, Trump came out and said that it's basically for like when kids write letters to them and all of that. That's what they use it for.
Yep.
Is to sign, letters back. It's not to make any official documentation on anything. Now, here's what we need to take into consideration. Tomorrow, the JFK files are going to be released, but everything
You're cutting out, brother.
ever since Trump's been in office.
Hey, you cut out hard.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're gonna have to start over.
All right, I'll come back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's from
Now-
Kentucky.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There he is.
All right. So anyway, the point is that everything's been dripping out. Everything's been dripping out, and now it seems like we've changed to the next high gear. At the same time, Dan Bongino gets sworn in today, and Dan Bongino knows where things are placed. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go back on mute.
Okay. Well, I haven't heard a lot about Dan Bongino since he got put into the FBI with Kash Patel. So I don't know. That whole situation is interesting because we haven't seen a whole lot of stuff that we thought we were going to see.
Bongino just got sworn in today.
Oh, really? I thought he had already been sworn in when it was announced for a while ago by Kash Patel.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting to see what happens there. You
Yeah.
got his military background.
Yeah.
Secret Service background, NYPD background.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure.
I'm hoping it's the dream team.
Of course, you know what's going to happen though. If they knock this out of the park like we want them to, the Democrats are going to swing hard on the opposite end. If they win in 4 or 8 years, dude, they're going to push like hell, harder than they did with the COVID stuff, which sounds insane because
That's the reason you got 2 years to get something done.
yeah. You said 2?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, is that how long his contract is?
No. The Democrats for the House and all that.
Oh, yep. Man, it's interesting. The people who aren't elected or get sworn in. Jay Woody has a question. Do people who aren't elected or confirmed by Congress get sworn in? Why would they get sworn in if you're not elected? I genuinely don't know what the purpose of that would be.
I don't quite understand unless you're thinking
Is he thinking of, are you
Bongino,
Yeah,
but that's a cabinet pick. There, that's not an election thing.
Right. That makes sense. But I'm not sure what the criticism would be of Bongino and or the FBI because you would want somebody who works in the FBI to swear and be under oath, especially if they're, second in command. I mean,
Every deputy sheriff, every police officer, and in some states, every correctional officer are sworn in.
Well, there you go. There you go, Jay Woody. There's your answer.
Midterms. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So yeah.
There are jobs in
Hey,
government
Woody.
elected to that you do swear in.
What were you gonna say, P Rock?
I just said thank you, Jay Woody, and I didn't mean to interrupt.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the ball rolling a little bit. This is a bit of a more laid back episode for sure. Well, a lot less arguing, a lot less back and forth on this one. I think most of us agree on this panel that these people should be investigated.
Most definitely.
So.
But one of my things is everyone's mad at Elon Musk, and they're forgetting all about Congress and the Senate. Those two bodies had oversight of this whole train wreck, and they closed their eyes. They let it happen.
Yes.
And I think people aren't looking at that. They're not realizing that Congress allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about Elon Musk is he's getting a bad rap, mainly for this mainstream media. It's the Democrats. They're sitting there screaming, "Who elected him?" Well, he wasn't elected. He was not elected. He's not president. He's nothing else. He's just an advisor. And the president is allowed to have advisors. Like the president is allowed to pick his own cabinet.
Right.
I don't know why people have a problem with that. And the cabinet is not elected. It's appointed by the president. Let's get that straight.
Just like a president is allowed to hire 88,000 new IRS agents to audit us.
And arm them. And arm them with 44s.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why are you also upset about one man not being elected, but 88,000? Not upset about that.
The worst thing Elon Musk did was call Donald Trump friend.
Exactly.
Who said that?
I'm sorry?
Who called him friend?
I said the worst thing Elon Musk did was call Donald Trump friend.
Oh.
When he did that, that's when all hell broke loose.
Exactly.
Well, and it's funny because the route that Elon Musk has taken is kind of similar to the route that Donald Trump had, because the Democrats loved him before he ran for Republican office. They were all about him.
Oh.
The same thing with Tesla and Elon Musk. They loved Tesla. And all of a sudden, you got all these liberals whose Teslas are getting destroyed, and they're not upset because they're like, I actually saw one guy in San Francisco. They gave him an interview, and his Tesla got destroyed. And they interviewed him, and he was like, man, I wish the guy wouldn't have destroyed my car, and he would have just came to me and asked me to support him, because I would have protested with him. It's like, dude, you're such a dumbass.
That's the biggest thing about it, is that they're out there destroying the Tesla cars, but the ones that bought the Teslas were the liberals.
Well, they spent 4 years trying to force them on us, and now they're trying to destroy them.
No shit.
Exactly.
Yep. Well,
I'm sorry, but nothing beats the rumble of a V8. That's all there is to it.
That's right. I'm a Harley guy myself.
Well, there you go. There's something like that lobe whenever they're sitting there idling. Gotta love that too.
Yep.
Got to have a lope to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I guess we're gonna call it short tonight. Not a whole lot going on. And we got Smokehouse. He's still working. So, we're going to pack it up, but I appreciate everybody who has come out and hung out with us tonight. Thank you, Jay Woody, in the comments. Thank you, Howling Sarge.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Howling
Yeah,
Sarge.
nice to meet you. You said you were did you say you were an elected representative?
I was an elected official here in my home county.
Okay, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome, actually.
Right on up.
I was actually the chairman of our Republican Party here for about 4 years.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty interesting, dude. That'd be a good opinion to have if you want to come back. We normally have a lot more going on than this right now. Smokehouse is busy right now. P-Rock's always here.
You guys seem like a good bunch. I'd love to come back and converse with you.
Awesome.
sometime.
Thank you. If you hit that follow button, we go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:00 for me. which is 30 minutes before wherever you're at. 30 minutes before that is when we go
Central
live.
Standard Time.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't followed, make sure you do that, and you want to hang out. And we will see you guys on Wednesday.
God bless America.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless America. That's right. See you, Smokehouse.
Take care, folks.
Do you see my message?
No.
I owe $1 on my taxes.
$1. You didn't get anything. You owe $1. Jesus. I thought you'd get something.
I was getting $90, and then I put in my stuff for the paper, and then I owed $49 instead. But then I put in my how much I paid in interest on my student loans this year, which was some $300.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that I got tax deductions for that, and that I owe $1 singular now.
So basically, you lose money by doing the paper.
Yeah.
So maybe you shouldn't do it anymore.
I don't know. I had that same thought too. But at the same time, you're really not supposed to get anything back.
Oh, did I not turn the oven off?
Oopsies. Whoopsie daisy.
Oopies. You want a game?
I don't know.
Because we could. Or we could not. I called it quits. It was a boring show.
Yeah.
Oh shit, forgot to end the stream on Twitch and YouTube.